Hello, my name is Martin Cowan, and I am the founder of the Fellowship of Reason. This is our ancient Greek language study group, and I am doing my homework out loud in preparation for our class of Wednesday, February the 13th, 2019. Notice here that the slide in the middle of the page is Reading Greek, Grammar and Exercises, which is our book. And today I want to turn to page 122 of that book and do an exercise that is found on that page, exercise 1. Translate each sentence, then change the verb into the aorist tense. And the first sentence is tis kopte tain thuron. And it's a question. All right, so we've got to translate this, and so that means we have to look at each word and figure out what each word means. And the first word is tis. And notice that there is an accent on the second letter of the word, the iota, and that's very important. Now this word with an accent and used as a relative pronoun means who, what, or which. And in the context of this sentence, it means who. Now this particular word, tis, is a word we've seen many times, but it's confusing to me, and so I wanted to spend some time with this word. And it's confusing because there's another word, tis, the exact same spelling, but it has no accent. It has no accent in the nominative. And so that word, when used as a pronoun, means someone, anyone, something, anything. When it's used as an adjective, it means a or a certain or some. So it's an indefinite article in a way. So let's look at the declination of these two different words. So our word is on the right. It's masculine. It's nominative singular, and it's tis with an accent. So note that the indefinite adjective, which is the left series of columns, has no accent in the nominative, masculine, feminine, or neuter at all, and that the accent in the rest of the declination appears in various places. And also note that the letters, the spelling of all these words is exactly the same, So the way this word is distinguished is that the accent appears always on the iota in the case of the which, who, what word. If you notice over there, it's always on the iota, and that there is no accent ever on an iota in the case of the indefinite adjective. Another thing to notice is that in the case of the relative pronoun tis with an accent, that never changes to a grave accent. It's always acute. It's always acute. That's a little twist too. Another feature of the indefinite adjective, is that it can never appear as the first word of the sentence. It's what's called an enclitic. The word tis with an accent can appear as the first word of a sentence. So the big point here is that the spellings are all the same. They have different meanings. And that the one that we have in our text, which means who, has an accent on the iota, accent acute, and it always has that throughout the declination. So, tis kopte tain thuron. Kopte is a word that we've seen before, and this is a third person singular, and the principal part is kopto. It's a regular omega verb, and it means to strike, and I'm translating it as to knock, and it has the normal endings of o, ase, amen, ete, usi. The next word is a definite article, the, tain, and it's in the feminine singular accusative, so this is likely to be a direct object. And then thuron is a 1B noun, meaning door. It's in the singular accusative, and the endings in the 1B nouns are alpha, a, on, as, a, I, hi, hi, as on ice. So the translation is, who is knocking at the door? And one thing to be noticed is that this is a present tense, and the aspect is a continuing past action. So that we perceive in this tense the idea that this who is knocking idea goes on continuously in the past. So our next assignment was to convert the knocking word into a aorist tense. And so this is the conjugation of the aorist verb knocked. Now, two things happen here. Well, three things perhaps. The stem is formed by adding an epsilon augment to the front, and then because we have a pi tau stem, that pi tau stem, according to the rules we learned, becomes a psi. And then beyond that, you add the endings, the normal endings of the first aorist tense. And so here we have the conjugation of knocked. Ekopsa, ekopsas, ekopse, ekopsamen, ekopset asate, ekopsan. So, the translation of tis kopte tain thuron is who is knocking at the door. The aorist conversion of that verb is ekopse. And so the sentence who knocked at the door, note that the aspect is a completed past action. It's not continuing in the past. It's just one event, knocked, is tis ekopse tain thuron. All right, well, we've done A, now we've got B, C, D, and E, and F to go, but we'll do it next time. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, I am a beginning student of Ancient Greek. I am not a teacher of Ancient Greek. I only play one on YouTube. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.